Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we'll be learning about some very important project setup slash commands. So now, before we start exploring slash commands, let's understand what is the project we'll be using to explore slash commands, okay? So what I'll do is, I'll copy the path, I'll go to Chrome, I'll paste this, okay? Now here you can see that this is a basic task application whose name is task flow, and you can basically add tasks, mark tasks as done, and so on. A basic task application. I also built this using Claude itself, okay? So now let's start with exploring slash commands, keeping this as a context, okay? Now the first slash command that we'll be exploring is slash init, which is one of the most important slash command in Claude. So if I do slash init, okay, so basically slash init will create a claude.md file which acts as a Claude's brain for your project. It holds the coding conventions, architectures, notes, libraries, anything you want Claude to remember. Run this at the start of every new project that you're working with Claude. So now you see when I started typing in it, it understood the project and it is generating a claude.md file for me. So I'll allow the edits for this session, and you can see it generated a claude.md file for me. Now if I preview, you can see how to run the app, what is the architecture, what are the key patterns and everything else. Okay. So every time you type anything or like execute any prompt, it will always have claude.md as a reference. So keep this as a constant prompt or a memory that is being passed to Claude with every prompt. Now next is something called as add-dir. So if I do this add-dir, okay, you can see you can add a new working directory. So let's say you're working on this project, but this project also depends on some other project and you want the context of that project to be loaded in this session. So you can do that using add-dir. So for example, I have an snake application for me in a different window. So let's say I ask currently, do you have any friends? So you can see it says it does not have any reference to snake application, okay? So now what I'll do is I'll go inside this cd dot. I'll copy this path and then I'll go here and I'll do slash add-dir and I'll paste this, and if I press an enter, I'll do yes for this session. And now if I ask the same again, do you have any reference to snake application? Now you can see it shows that yes, it has a reference to the snake application. So let's say you're working with a front end and a back end application on different directories. You can add a back end reference to a front end project using add-dir. Now the next important command that we are going to explore is slash models. So now here you can see I have 3 different models available and the default is Sonnet 4.6. So we have Sonnet, Opus and HiQ models to choose from. So Sonnet models is very good for day-to-day tasks and it consumes an optimized amount of tokens. Whereas on the other hand, Opus consumes a lots and lots of tokens. So when you're working with a very logic intensive task or a very important task, in that case you can use Opus since this has one of the best logical reasonings available. So normally what is the convention? The convention is that for planning a huge task or the architecture of a project, you use Opus, and for the code generation part, you normally use Sonnet. HiQ you can use for quick and fast answers like a question and answer format. For that, HiQ is quite good. So I'll press in escape in order to close this particular prompt. That is all for the video. If you like the content, please do consider liking and sharing the video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.